Greetings. Left 4 Dead 2 released on November 17th, 2009 for Xbox 360 and PC, being developed by the legendary company Valve. So of course the game stands out for being made extremely well. In Left 4 Dead 2, the world has been devastated by the green flu infection, sending the world into an apocalyptic downfall. Our four protagonists fight for survival in the American South. Each playable character is full of personality, quotable one-liners, and interactions that make them memorable. Rochelle, once a news reporter, she now stands with the group, keeping her unbiased mindset. This allows her to get along with everyone she comes across and banters with the guys in her group. Ellis, the enthusiastic mechanic full of southern charm. His positive outlook on the situation and ability to tell many stories about his buddy Keith make him likable to almost everyone. Nick, a sarcastic con man with a mysterious and seedy background. He doesn't have a filter when speaking, which causes him to be harsh and rude to others, although he does change his behavior once in a while. Last but not least, we have Coach, the charismatic leader who'd eat a whole cow if he could. His southern upbringing helps him guide the group through their journey. He has a history of supporting others, and he carries that experience with him through the apocalypse. Thank you, Wow Such Gaming, for your in-depth survival profile series. In the game, there are a variety of modes to choose from. Sadly, since I'm playing on the Xbox, I'm unable to play any of the DLC modes or campaigns due to the 360 servers being down. So I will list all of those game modes and campaigns first. Now don't worry, these are still playable on the PC/Steam versions of the game. Mutation. From what I've seen online, this mode reminds me of the skulls from the Halo series, where the mutations you choose changes the game in some way. Realism Versus. Similar to Versus mode, but there's no glowing aura around survivors or objects, making the game feel more realistic and adding more difficulty to the experience. Next, I'll be listing off the DLC campaigns that I don't own and can't purchase anymore on Xbox. This includes all of the first Left 4 Dead campaigns, but you can still get a copy of that game for the 360 and play those if you'd like. Then there is the Cold Stream DLC, the Passing DLC, the Sacrifice DLC, and Crash Course DLC campaigns. I have played Crash Course and the Sacrifice years ago, and I did enjoy my time spent playing them. Now with that out of the way, I'll talk about all the campaigns and modes I can still play in 2026. Realism mode is just campaign mode, but the players can't see each other's auras or the auras of items. In the classic campaign co-op mode, you'll choose your character and campaign, then you'll set off on an intense journey.
Hey! Come back! Come back! Oh, he ain't coming back.
It's fun running through the hordes of undead with your friends, trying to make it to the next level together. There's a multitude of weapons to choose from machine guns to shotguns and snipers, or the debate between taking a melee weapon over taking pistols. Also, you can find 3 different explosive weapons: a Molotov, pipe bomb, or the new addition to the sequel, Boomer Bile. Finally, there are a few medical healing options to scavenge, like pills, med kits, defibrillators, and adrenaline shots. Each campaign has chapters that act as separate levels. For example, Dead Center has 4 chapters, starting with a group on top of a building where evacuation isn't possible. So you must fight your way through each chapter until you reach the mall's finale. In the case of Dead Center's last chapter, you gotta refuel the escape vehicle. Or in Dark Carnival, you start an epic concert where the pyrotechnics signal a chopper. These last chapters almost always require you to hold out for rescue and stay alive during the chaotic and exciting finale. These last minutes of survival are always super fun, especially when your team has to adapt to a situation you weren't ready for. There are two game modes that are similar to these final chapters, and they are Survival, where you try to stay alive for as long as possible. There's even a timer to track your score. And Scavenge, where you and an enemy team go head to head, trying to score more points by collecting gas canisters and filling up a generator for points, while the other team tries to sabotage you. In Campaign, when you're finally rescued or escape, the ending credits roll just like a film's. This is a great segue into the art design of the game. Each campaign has an awesome movie poster that displays the 4 survivors, the campaign title, and a quote or saying that just adds to the whole movie poster vibe. The poster also gives you a glimpse of the level's look and feel before you start playing. For example, Dark Carnival displays a dimly lit, run-down amusement park, while Swamp Fever shows you the muddy waters of a rural southern town. Dark Carnival was also my favorite due to all the chapters taking place at night, the clown zombies, and the horror of fun silly music playing in the background as you're watching undead swarm you. Next, I want to talk about the Special Infected. They all have unique abilities and their creature designs already signal what they can do. Like the bloated boomer. I'm sure you can guess what this thing's power is just by looking at it. When shot, it explodes, sending bile onto nearby players. There are 7 playable Special Infected in Left 4 Dead 2. You've already met the boomer. It shoots bile that sticks on the players, blinding them and making the zombies focused on that player. But there's also the smoker, who can shoot its tongue long distances to strangle and incapacitate the player who strays too far away from the group. Once killed, it'll leave a cloud of thick smoke obscuring the player's vision. The Hunter, an incredibly agile infected that pounces onto a player and pins them down, leaving them helpless without another player nearby. It also screams loudly, signaling when it's about to attack. The Jockey, a tiny, noisy little freak who pounces like the hunter, but controls the victim's movements, leading them into danger. The Charger, a deformed infected with one massive arm. It attacks by sprinting towards the players, grabbing one of them while sending nearby players flying away, then smashing the victim it grabbed into the ground repeatedly. The Spitter, acid reflux on steroids. She is a sniper like the smoker, but instead of trapping and pulling a player towards it, the Spitter spits balls of acid at players' feet, causing them to take damage unless they move. Once killed, the Spitter also leaves a pile of acid where it died. Last but not least, the Tank. A hulking monster that can take out the entire group solo. It can throw cars and boulders ripped straight from the ground at players, causing them to flee and focus all their efforts on the Goliath. Sometimes, while playing through a level, you'll... Wait, you hear that? The Witch is a non-playable special infected that used to scare me pale. She lures the players in with her sobs, pretending to be a woman in need. Witch. In this game, she can be sitting down or walking around until you disturb her. Each of these special infected have a little theme that plays when they spawn. They also have their own unique noises they make too. Back to the music. This game's soundtrack is amazing. The music is used to talk to players, like when a horde is attacking, a special infected is around, or the little riff that plays when you make it to the safe house.
Take that, you mealy-mouthed bastard!
The ability to tell players what's happening during all the chaos is special and works well in this game. The variety of instruments and genres is wide, even when playing the same jingle or full-blown campaign-specific instrumentals. Last game mode I'm going to talk about is the Versus mode. Everything I've said before about the campaign mode applies here, but the twist is while 4 players run through as the survivors, the other team of 4 take on the role of Special Infected, trying to stop the other team's progress. This 4v4 mode is where the most fun can be had. I mean, who doesn't want to be a tank and swat away the survivors like flies? In Versus, you'll play through the entire campaign like normal, but after each chapter, the teams will switch sides. Left 4 Dead 2 has kept my cousins, friends, and I entertained for many hours over the years. And I hope you'll check out the series. I'll see you next time.
Gotta reach for the top, stay on the mountain. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Every lady's crazy when her daddy's not around. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Gotta reach for the top, stay on the mountain. Check 1, 2.